building those deep relationships
Yeah.
that we all need. I mean, that's the way that all people are wired and created by God, is to have that. And so I think that of all the different moving parts, that's definitely one of the reasons, one of the, issues behind it, just this lack of real quality relationship that's there that guys are longing for, and I guess stereotypical Western civilization, we suck at relationship is what it is, right? I think in order to really have that depth of relationship, we have to experience it from other people who maybe have already established that and are vulnerable, because it doesn't feel safe to be vulnerable, does it?
No, especially with this addiction, and it usually starts so young, right? So, we talk about maladaptive sexual behaviors, right, that it got introduced really early on in life, at maybe 7, 8 years old, maybe younger than that. There was, molestation or sexual abuse or pornography that was introduced or whatever. And the men that we work with, they can't remember a time when they didn't feel different or broken or gross or shame, and they go so far back for them. How do you have intimate, authentic, close relationships with people when you see yourself that way and you've always seen yourself that way? Well, you have to pretend and you have to perform and you have to put on these fronts for people. But then if they accept you that way, then they're only really accepting, the profile that you've created. And internally you say, they don't really know me. And if they did know me, they would reject me and they would think I was disgusting or awful. So I can't let anybody see my true self. I'm just going to project this thing out here, and they can get to know that guy, and then I can navigate the world that way. The tragedy is, and this when you work with betrayed partners, is that's their experience through betrayal, is that now they're carrying this secret of having been betrayed, and they're feeling shame about misplaced shame about these what's happened to them, and whether or not it the lie that it was their fault or that there's something wrong with them. And now they're carrying that same thing too, that how do I ever be close to somebody again, because the person I was closest to really hurt me. And so you see how these mirror each other, right? The early life trauma of someone with sex addiction, and then the trauma that gets passed on through the addiction. And either way, it's creating a situation where intimate relationships are really, really difficult.